Hello, Internet. It is I, the Malik Aaron, and welcome back to the channel, part 68. Well, things have gotten slow, and by slow, I mean real slow when it comes to movie news. After the success of A Quiet Place Part 2, there's no real reason to delay big movies anymore, unless they're going through production issues, they haven't been filmed yet, or they see a more convenient spot in the calendar. Besides those three reasons, there's no legitimate reason to delay movies like multiple times anymore. I think that's going to be a thing of the past. But yeah, today enough happened. Well, there was enough movie news that justified a canceled episode, and actually two movies. Well, one of them was delayed quite a bit, and the other was added on to the schedule. And we're going to talk about the latter first. And that movie is the upcoming reboot to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yes, they're making another one. Deal with it. So we're gonna talk about that one first. So yeah, there's a new Ninja Turtles movie on the way, August 11th, 2023. I know you're probably like, didn't we already have a Ninja Turtle movie? Yes, we did. It was way back in 2014, the good old days, with this monstrosity. Well, some people would call it a monstrosity. Personally, I just thought it was okay-ish. That was the 2014 Ninja Turtles movie with Michael Bay, and it got a sequel in 2016, which was trash, and it bombed financially. So no more live action turtle movies. And now they're going the CG route, which is not the first time Ninja Turtles has had a CG movie. The last CG movie they made was the 2007 movie, and that movie was okay-ish. Like, it has some problems. Like, I can tear it apart, but it was all right. And that movie was supposed to have sequels, but they never came out, which sucks because the sequels looked like they had such potential and they never came to be, which is just sad. Real sad. But yeah, this new one, not only is it CGI, but it's also from Seth Rogen. Yeah, that's the last name you would expect to be a part of Ninja Turtles. So Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, they're going to be producing this movie, which is quite strange when you think about it. I mean, Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, these are the guys behind Superbad, Sausage Party, Good Boys, and despite Good Boys starring a bunch of children, it was essentially a live action version of South Park. Yeah, none of those three movies I've listed are family friendly in the slightest. So having these guys work on Ninja Turtles is very weird. But I mean, honestly, this movie is early on the production development stage, so we won't know much about it until like next year at least. Then we can judge it properly. But for right now, we don't have much to go off of. Well, we do have uh this post from Rogan, and this is basically Leonardo's notes. The blue maxed turtle, the one with the swords. For those of you who don't get Ninja Turtles, yeah, Seth Rogen posted this. It might give us an idea of how these turtles are going to act, or at least how Leonardo is going to act. But yeah, this is all we got so far in terms of real information. Uh, but yeah, I actually talked about I. It was 2018. I actually made a video on this when the reboot was first announced initially, way back then. And for those of you who have been with the channel for a long time, I've talked about Ninja Turtles quite a few times. I mean, the second most popular video I made and the first that got over 1,000 views was my reaction to the Rise of the TMNT intro. So, yeah, I am a Ninja Turtle fan. I've watched all the movies, I've seen mostly all the shows. I played some of the games. So, yeah, I've been into Ninja Turtles for a very long time. So this reboot interests me. but it also scares me at the same time because the last reboot with Ninja Turtles, at least in the movie world, it didn't go too great. So I'm hoping this one will be at least a tad bit better. But I actually want to read the comments for this because I actually looked at the comments beforehand, and they kind of say a lot about the fan base of Ninja Turtles nowadays. So I think it'll be fun to read those before we get to the next movie, which isn't as quite as interesting. So let's read these comments. All right. As long as they aren't teenage alien ninja space creatures with inappropriately unturtle like faces. This person is referencing the 2014 movie. That movie went through a whole lot of problems. I mean, it was Michael Bay initially said, like, oh, these turtles aren't going to be mutants, they're going to be aliens. And everybody freaked out real bad. I think there was a whole script out there called The Blue Door. I think that's what it's called with this initial idea. It's it's not Ninja Turtles. I'll tell you that much. It's not Ninja Turtles at all. But if you want to read that for your own interest, you can go right ahead. You should be able to find it quite easily. So yeah, that's what the first comment is talking about. Next comment. Please fix all the bulk shut from the newest cartoon. Leo is the leader. They're all the same kind of turtle. Splinter is not a fat hamster. Okay, this person's talking about the newest Ninja Turtle series, Rise of the TMNT, which came out recently. Honestly, I think that series gets way too much hate. Well, it got a lot of hate initially because everything was different, everything was changed, and it was it was weird. I thought it was weird, but I was one of the few people who were willing to give it a chance. And after watching the 26 episodes that are currently on Paramount Plus, yes, I own Paramount Plus. You can laugh about that later. But this series is really good. Like, it is stylish as hell, and the interactions between all the turtles are great. The show is really, really good. It deserved so much better than what it got. So hopefully with that Netflix movie that's supposed to come out this year, hopefully enough people watch it where I don't know, maybe the series can go on to Paramount Plus. I mean, Paramount Plus needs as much content as it can get because it's kind of struggling right now. It's kind of, well, I wouldn't say drowning, but it's definitely struggling in the water right now. So yeah, next comment. Why? Go back to the original method. The live action costumes were fantastic and they could be even better nowadays. This CG stuff needs to end. Return the turtles to their glory. Heck, give Vanilla Ice and the Ninja Rap a cameo. Yeah, this is kind of an argument I've heard for quite some time with Ninja Turtles. And obviously, this guy's talking about the original live action movie back in 1990, a movie that holds up still incredibly well for a movie that came out 30 years ago. It's really good. It's definitely the ideal Ninja Turtle movie, and they have the ideal live action turtle movie designs. But, well, I mean, obviously, this new one isn't going to be live action, but still, like, no Ninja Turtle movie since that first one has been able to top it. I don't know if this one will. I sincerely doubt it, but it will certainly try. So yeah, this is definitely an argument I've heard time and time again when it comes to Ninja Turtles. When will be the movie Ninja Turtles? Okay. Please make it like the old Turtles and not the current Nick show. Think comic TMNT or 1987 cartoon or even 2003 TMNT cartoon. Anything but Rise or Michael Bay. They didn't mention 2012 for some reason. But yeah, like Rise, it gets too much hate. Give it a chance. It is not that bad. I think you might enjoy it. But okay, Michael Bay, that one's justified. Okay, those movies weren't too great. I mean, that first one I thought was okay. Second, trash. Hated it. I thought it was bad. So yeah, that Michael Bay comment justified. The Rise, I don't think is as justified. So yeah. Another comment. Weird, this article completely omits the Turtle series from 2003, 2009, as if Nickelodeon had brought TMNT back from the abyss. Well, TMNT's been brought back from the abyss several times. But yeah, it's weird they didn't mention that. I mean, that series, like, it started great, and then it just took a nosedive once they did that fast forward season. Like, that's when things went bad. But yeah. Yeah, it is weird they omitted that. Because that series has quite a bit of fans. And it's still inspiring Ninja Turtles to this day. It's still giving Ninja Turtles ideas. So yeah, Seth Rogen, please no. It would be nice to see at least a good god, cameo from Venus in this production. No. If you want to know what they're talking about, it's Venus de Milo from the Ninja Turtles Next Mutation. It was a live action show. It was bad. Venus as a whole, her character was a mistake. No, the Ninja Turtles, they don't talk about her anymore. I mean, I know there's a new female turtle in the comics, the IDW comics, Jenica, but she seems to be far better received than Venus ever was. So yeah, I don't think they're gonna put Venus in this movie. Here's another one. Hope it will be in theaters to make up for the Jokers at Paramount, Viacom, CBS, and Brian Robbins having SpongeBob's new movie Sponge on the Run bypass movie theaters completely for a digital premiere. I sincerely doubt they're gonna go digital with this. I mean, by 2023, COVID, at least in the States, will probably be a distant memory. Like, it'll just be something that happened. Like, I sincerely doubt it's still going to be ongoing, it's still going to be rampant for the next 2 years, at least at the state it currently is. So, yeah, like, yeah, like obviously it's going to be in theaters. Here's another one. There has already been a CG animated movie reboot. They're talking about the 2007 movie. I loved this show as a kid and had the toys, but what's with the constant reboots? They're never gonna make it the latest fad again. Its time has passed. Tell that to every other kids franchise that gets rebooted to death. Tell that to Scooby Doo. Tell Warner Brothers to stop the reboots of that. Okay, that one's more justified because they reboot that way too often. But yeah, and here's some comments after that. Still super popular with kids. I believe TMNT was technically not a reboot and is connected to the original 90s live action trilogy. That 2007 movie was real weird. It was kind of in its own reality. Like, it's in terms of timeline, it's I don't even know. It's very confusing. Uh Here's another great comment. Great pairing. I can't think of two things more annoying than the Ninja Turtles and Seth Rogen. Here's some other comments. Oh, you can't. Thanks for sharing. Quit, Alan. You're probably like that kid Danny from the OG movie. You are mad. Wow. Yeah, that was some great interactions right there. Here's another comment. What would this even bring to the table that previous cartoons have done to perfection time and time again? Because a little kid doesn't want to watch a 30-year-old cartoon but knows the characters and enjoys them. Yeah, I mean, it'll definitely bring a new spin to Ninja Turtles. That's what all these reboots do. They bring a new perspective to Ninja Turtles to do their own thing. You know, which is one of the things Rise was criticized so much for, was they did too much different. But is that really a entirely bad thing? Like, as long as it's respectful and it's not like shitting all over previous installments. Looking at you, Ghostbusters 2016. You underestimate how bad Paramount is at making decisions. Well, they did make Last Airbender and the original Sonic movie trailer and the Transformers movie. So this comment has some merit. It does. Oh, and Terminator Genesis and Dark Fate. Yeah, this comment does have some real merit. From Paramount Pictures, Nickelodeon Movies, and the creative team that brought you the R-rated, adult-oriented, CG animated feature film Sausage Party. What's not to love? Exactly. It just sounds weird when you look at it like that. But who knows? Maybe this will be good. Maybe it'll be terrible, but I'll definitely be there to watch it. Make no mistake, I'll definitely be there. So, yeah, that's Ninja Turtles. I know we've talked about it for a lot, and that's mainly because this other movie, um, Dark Harvest, like I don't care about it at all. I've never heard of it until now. Apparently, it's a 2006 horror novel. Someone must have read it in order to justify a movie version. So yeah, so this is a novel made like well over a decade ago. Here's the synopsis. If you're interested in reading that, go right ahead. Apparently, the film is going to take some liberties from the source material, which isn't a surprise. Every book to film adaptation ever has been different from the book. It has always changed things. It's either added things or cut things and changed characters. Like, this is not a new thing. All right. It's never been a new thing, it's been there since the beginning. So MGM, they scooped up the film in 2020, a great time to scoop up a movie, and they set a release date for September 24th of this year. That was the initial plan, but then COVID screwed everything up, and so I've assumed the movie was like up in the ether for a long time. But now it has a new date, September 20. It was September 2022. I think it's the 23rd of that month, and it's going to start shooting in August. So yeah, for anyone interested in this, anyone interested in this movie, you're gonna have to wait till next year. I know it's sad, but what are you gonna do? That's how movies work. So yeah, yeah, that's the two movies that have been affected. I know, not super exciting. I mean, we literally spent 75% of the video talking about Ninja Turtles, which kind of tells you how interested I am in Dark Harvest. But yeah, now it's time to look at what movies could theoretically move. Nothing in June, nothing in July. At least I don't think so. July looks safe. August looks safe ish. September looks mostly safe. October, okay, this is where problems might start popping up. I mean, Dune and No Time to Die, can those two movies open back to back? I don't think so, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. We'll see. Then there is one of these October 22nd movies are going. I don't see all these movies coexisting. I just don't. Well, even French Dispatch also coming out too. Yeah, I don't think any of these movies are going to coexist. Uh, November looks solid. December's crowded, but that's usually the case for December. All of these movies that are up in the ether going somewhere. And then 2022, this is where problems start appearing. Really start appearing because there's a lot of empty slots. I've told you this in previous canceled episodes. There's a lot of empty slots in 2022 that some of these 2021 movies that aren't confident in their current release dates, they could take these spots. Like, it wouldn't be hard to fill up that spot. All right? Like, just do it. I mean, I know competition might be a bit fierce, but if you know your movie is good counter programming, then make the move. Like, why would you want to be in a ultra crowded environment? That makes no sense. Well, actually, now that I think about it, it is ultra crowded. Jesus, like, look at this. There's 5 movies coming out the 14th of January. There's 4, 3, and geez. Okay, okay, never mind. That is kind of rough. But if you want to make the move, you can. It's an option. You have one weekend to yourself. But yeah. Anywho, that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment if you turn on notifications, share the whole drill. Want to check out more videos like this? You got playlists on the homepage with all previous canceled episodes, including this one, all previous 68. So if you want to check out all the movies that were supposed to come out but didn't, you can go right ahead. And it's also good to just keep track of all these movies because a lot of these movies I've covered a long time ago still have yet to come out. So I think it's good for you to just check, when these movies are coming out. And the Cancel series is a good place to do that. So if you want to watch all the previous canceled episodes, you can go right ahead. There's also prediction videos, box office predictions, where I predict box office results. This weekend, I'm going to do Conjuring the Devil Made Me Do It in Spirit Untamed. Next weekend, In the Heights, Peter Rabbit 2. The next Tuesday after that, I do Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. And then end of the month, F9. Boy, that's going to be a fun video to talk about, considering all the stuff that happened with John Cena. That that's going to be great. But if you want to check out any of the past prediction videos I've made, 2019, 2020, this year, you can go right ahead. There's also box office recaps where I go over the box office results for any particular month. The May recap will come out literally right after this video. But if you want to check out any of my past recap videos, you can go right ahead. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.